Hello and welcome to the class. I've called this one Sacred Spine because, well, in yoga it's said that you're as young as your spine, and also if any spine problems, then it really can affect the whole of mobility. So we really need to, spine needs stretching, it needs rest in between, but we have to keep it moving. So lying down as we normally do at the start of the class with your feet on the mat, and lying down slowly. Have head support if you need it. Just bring the arms out to your sides, and just feel that in this position your back is rested, because you can really let go. There's no stretching at the moment with the feet out, and according to where you put your feet is to how comfortable your back feels. So you might feel you want to move a bit forward, and maybe there's more pressure on the sacral base at the side, maybe back a little bit. That might take some weight off there, and you can really feel more release a little bit higher. Just see where it feels really comfortable for your back. Make sure the head is centered, you're not lifting your chin, the arms are relaxed. And as you exhale, that's when you can really let go in the vertebrae. Just breathing in, breathing out. You can either breathe out through the nose again or out through the mouth a little bit. Not the mouth and nose. And then the tummy presses down a bit more as you press the back down. So just a little bit, it's not a great big movement. Just breathing in, the tummy releases, breathing out. And the tummy goes down the spine, presses down. A couple of breaths like that. Make sure the shoulders are away from your ears. You haven't tensed the upper body, that's completely relaxed. As you press down a little on the exhalation, there's a little bit of stretch on the spine. And a little bit of lengthening. One more breath, inhaling, exhaling, and then just bring your feet a little bit forward and wiggle your bottom a little bit forward one side than the other, and then release from there on the next inhalation. Release, and on the exhalation, without pressing down, just like that, and release the tongue. And now we just have a little stretch out of the right leg, the right arm back with the shoulder down, arm up, and stretch the whole of that side. Breathing. And then change, bring the arm down, put on the mat, stretching the upper leg away, stretching the heel and the toes, and stretching the arm back as well. Lengthening the whole right side of the body, and then bring the arm down, place your foot on the mat, walk your feet in, bend your knees in, roll to the right side and push your palm up and sit on your block. You'll need 2 blocks today and a belt, a little bit later with the belt, but 2 blocks at the moment. So sitting with your legs crossed, sitting towards the front of the blocks, trying to bring your feet forward under your knees and lifting the spine. And another block will help you lift. So holding the block on the sides of the block and stretching up. So immediately what happens, the tummy starts to work, doesn't it? So don't forget, shoulders not up to your ears, but you can still stretch up and bring the shoulders down and slide those shoulder blades down your back. Now we're trying to get this block over our head, so do your best there. And then this will really stretch the spine more. And then just hold the corners of the block. So you've really got to stretch up to get that block to stop it going over and not being above your head. So this block should reflect, it should be facing the walls behind you and in front of you, and the walls are straight up. So it's quite a stretch, and good stretch on the spine. The tummy has to work to support the spine. Breathing, and then slowly bring it down, and release. Cross the legs the other way, and just briefly lift up again. Lengthen, hold the corners, breathe. And down. Okay, I think we'll do the cat today, and not the sun salute, unless you're desperate to do it. You can do a couple. I thought we'd do a bit of undulating with the cat posture. So I can show you over here. And you can see the workings at the back a bit more. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Breathe in, let the tummy go, keep the shoulders back. As you breathe out, suck the tummy in. On the out breath, tuck the tail under. Breathe in and release the tummy. Bring the shoulders back, look up. And as you breathe out, tummy in, rounding the back, tucking the tail under, looking at where your navel is. And again, breathing in. And breathing out. And then we're going to just move back a little onto the heels, and then come forward a little, straighten the legs just a little bit, and bring the hands a little bit more forward, and then we're going to go into it's like the child, but the feet are apart, and lengthening from there. Coming up onto your fingertips, getting a nice back stretch from there. As you move the bottom back, move the head and the shoulders down towards the mat, and then hands down, breathe in, breathing out, and come into a stretch. And breathe in, breathe out, and going back. Breathe in, breathing out, so this is quite a nice warm up for the back. Breathe in, breathing out, keep those arms working as well. Going back. And now you can bring the toes together and bring the hands either side of the feet into child, let go there. And then we're going to go into dog with the head down, into dog with the head up. So, into your fours again, tucking the toes under, and high into your start of the dog pose. How high can you get your hips up, and then on the out breath, bring the heels down. Move the shoulders away from your ears, the shoulder blades sliding down your back, and the lower abdomen really working. Particularly as you breathe out, tummy in, trying to get those heels as far towards the floor as you can, keeping the legs straight, arms straight. Breathe in, as you breathe out, come into dog with the head up. Now, stretch the heels back, tummy working, and then the spine will be working. Don't let those thighs sag. Bring the shoulders back more, heels back. Breathe. So you should be smiling at the wall in front of you. And breathing in, breathing out back to dog pose with the head down. Breathe in, breathe out to dog with the head up. You can really try and think about lengthening the spine. So, bring the belt round the left foot there. Start to lie down and bend the knee in. And bring the belt in position. Then loosen the belt until that left leg is out on the mat. You can keep this right foot on the mat, and then just extend that leg. Make sure the toes are free, and you can get a pull on that leg, and then move the hip down so the leg lengthens. So the legs as long as possible. The toes are in towards you, and the calf is well down on the mat. Now, can you keep it there? Take the belt off. Now imagine you've got that belt there, and then bring this right one up. So you need to move this hip down so that it doesn't shorten, because these leg stretches are quite, make a nice stretch on the back. So again, the belt's around the ball of the foot, the toes are free, shoulders and chin are down, and nothing's happened to this leg. Imagine it's still stuck to the mat there. And straighten the legs. Now, you could bring the leg down a bit, that's fine, but if you can keep it straight, keep the back of the knee open. Don't look at the shoulders, the upper body. Don't bring tension into the shoulders by gripping too hard on the belt. So you can hold it firmly without doing that. Breathe in, breathing out, and keep the hip as you breathe out moving away, and the legs, both legs straight. Now, are you really working this leg on the mat still? So you need to really think about pressing down into the mat with the whole of the back of that leg. So just bringing both legs, actually, you're working, extending, breathing. Okay, so bend the right one in now and the left one in. Then we want to stretch so just loosen the belt until the right leg is stretched out on the mat. Keep the left foot on the mat, and then doing this lengthening. If you move from the hip here, you can really lengthen that right leg and press it down. So now the calf is firmly down on the mat. So the muscles are working nicely, extending that leg. Okay, so keep all that going. Bend the left knee in. Place the belt around the foot, stretch it up, and then move this hip down so you have it shortened here. Straighten the leg, it doesn't have to be right up here, it can be down. And are you still imagining you've got a belt round the right one? So shoulders down, legs nice and straight. So what happens is the tummy presses down and the whole of the spine is down as you work those legs to straighten them. So it is affecting your spine. And you should feel the skin around the bones, the thighs, the calves, the legs, both legs stretching. And as you breathe out, keeping the hips moved away not moving them towards you. Breathe. Shoulders soft, upper body soft. The rest of the legs really working. Okay, and bend that knee in. And place one foot on the mat and the other foot on the mat. Just have a little massage of the back, a little bit by just going side to side. Okay, then put the belt aside a moment. Stretch the left leg out, bend the right knee in, hold below the knee, shoulders and chin down, breathe in, breathing out, tuck the chin down and forehead to knee, knee to forehead. Again, the back has to work, doesn't it? And the tummy has to work. Shoulders down and look at that knee. Maybe nose might touch it sometime, but keep this other leg down. And then carefully lie down and change, stretch the right one out, bend a little bit in now, really work that leg, that right one, like we did with the belt. And breathe in, breathing out, chin down, forehead to knee, knee to forehead, and look at that knee, can you bring the nose towards the knee towards the nose, keeping this leg down. Shoulders and chin down. And release, lie down. Bring both feet on the mat, feet apart, arms apart. Now, keep the feet quite wide, facing forward, and just bring the right knee towards the left foot without moving the left leg. Get a little stretch on the hip there, at least that side of the back comes up a little bit. And then change, breathe in, breathe out. Try and keep the right leg where it is and bring the left one over. The shoulders should be evenly down. Up again, a little bit wider, the mat width, sides of the feet of the mat. Breathe in, breathing out, bring the right knee to the left foot, but keep this left leg in place. That's quite a stretch on the side here. And bring this right arm back, arm up. And then change. So this right one stays up, left one goes over. And stretch the left arm up, the knee over towards the foot. And go up. Okay, then walk the feet in, knees in, and roll and go up. And we're going to do a chair twist. Okay, so I want you to the chair with the back on the left side of you, and standing in Tadasana with your feet just a few inches away from the chair. Good Tadasana. Okay. So lift the crown of the head, the core working, the tummy, tail down, legs firm, lift the kneecaps. Lift the breastbone, the collarbone, and the top of the head in line with the ceiling. And hold the chair with the left hand. Carefully put the left foot on the chair. We're trying to get a nice right angle here, and keep this right leg vertical. Okay. And lifting up. Breathe in. Lift the right arm, breathing out, bring it to the outside of the left knee. Bring the left hand behind your waist. Breathe in, lift the spine, breathe out and turn. So turning, starting from the lower abdomen, turning. So this standing leg has to be very straight as well, doesn't it? And try and turn towards the left here. Make sure things are still lined up. And you haven't leant forward or anything. Breathe. And release. And change. So walk around to the side of the chair. Or move the chair, whichever you want to do. So, bringing this right foot up now. You started from a good Tadasana, of course. Now let's stretch the left arm up, lengthen. Breathe in, breathing out, bring the hand on the outside of the knee. And bring the right arm behind you, shoulder down, and start to turn to the right. Now, this leg, the standing leg, must stay up vertically and not start moving backwards or forwards or anything. So the body is aligned. And breathe in, breathing out, turning as you breathe out. And trying to keep this angle, good angle with the right leg. Breathing in, really lift and lengthen the spine, and then you'll get more of a turn. Shoulders down. Breathing. It's really a lovely massage for the back. And then release. And just have a chair dog to make sure the chair's stable. To lengthen out the spine evenly now. And it's quite nice when you have the chair against the wall, you can really push against the chair and then move back. And again, lovely stretch for the spine. Make sure the head's not dropping or lifting, but it's in line, ears in line with the upper arms. In, up, back to Tadasana. So we do a couple of side stretches now. So you'll need 2 blocks. So place 1 block between the thighs, and legs together, feet together, and squeeze, and lifting the other one up, and link. Now, shoulders down, shoulder blades sliding down and coming forward. Now, grip with the thighs, as if you were trying to squeeze the block, making it thinner and pressing it back. And then lower abdomen and other muscles, the tummy start to work here. And how much higher can you lift that block? Still keeping some space between shoulders and ears. And lengthen. Breathe. Breathe in, lengthen, breathe out. Can you go back a little bit? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Back. And release. Breathe in, breathing out. We're going over to the right, but we're not moving the hips. And breathe in, breathing out, over to the left, without moving the hips and legs. And release. Put the block down, but keep a posture. And then stretching up. And we're going to move the hips to the left and the arms to the right. Keeping the arms back, so the right arm can go down, palm down. The left one over the head with a soft arm. And keep this arm back. Again, tummy's got to work, and supporting the back as it goes to the side. Breathe in, and can we go dynamically over to the other side, bringing the right hip to the right. This left arm down, right arm back. Lovely, lovely stretch. Moving hips to the right a little bit. And breathe in and come up. Stretch and lift from there. Arms forward, interlock, breathe in, breathe out, and stretch up. Arms up, spine, stretching, and down. And change the interlock, other thumb on top, move. Fingers, breathe in, breathe out, and stretch up. Lengthen both sides again, palms up, and down. Okay, we're going to do the standing side plank now. So have a couple of blocks to the right side. Nice and wide apart. Turn left one in, right one out. Stretch the right arm up. Now the hips facing the front here. And bend the right knee. And you can bring the hand down on the thigh there. First of all, turning the chest there. Bring the fingertips down on the blocks, or you might want to come up a bit higher, but don't forget that's going to be a bit unstable if you do that. So this arm comes behind the lower leg, which is vertical. You're turning the chest to the right, stretching the left arm up and over the ear, and extending. Keep the outer side of the left foot down, and see if you can get a stretch from fingertips to foot. Turning, breathing. Might be able to turn the ceiling, and breathe in and come up. Bring the feet to the front, bring the blocks to the other side. Right toes in, left toes out. Start to turn a little bit, not turn a bit more to the left, bend the left knee. Again, we're still working, keeping all this up, and then getting a right angle here, slipping the arm down behind the lower leg, fingertips on the blocks, turn the chest to the right, lengthen the arm up, breathe in, breathing out, extend the arm. Stretching from the outer side of the right foot, which is down, right through to the fingertips. Breathe. Get a little bit on the arm. Breathe in and come up. Feet facing the front. And just getting the legs up. Let's use the chair. And bring your bottom near the chair. Calves on the chair. The chair. You might need something here if your chair's a bit hard, a cushion, a blanket, something. And then bring the legs up, arms back, and release. So the back is down. The hips are heavy. Shoulders away from your ears, so you might want to move the arms if you find lifting your shoulders too much. You're going to cactus arms out to the sides without lifting. I'll leave that up to you, what's more comfortable. I quite like sometimes to get the arms back, shoulders down. Breathing, letting go. It's just nice to get the legs up, isn't it? Oh, feel all that tension just drifting down from your feet, releasing any pressure on the legs. Gone now. really a lovely posture to do, particularly if you've been standing a lot or walking a lot. Start to bring the arms down. You can bring the feet into Baddha Konasana toward the edge of the chair, but keep the lower back down. Keep the lower back down. You can move the thighs back a bit with your elbows. Feet are even. And lower back down, so you might want to wiggle it a bit. Back on the chair. Now rolling over. And just a little bit of work on the back. I have a cord back here. So we're going to lie on our front. And just start off with the Sphinx with the elbows under your shoulders. And straight line here with the outer arms in line with the mat, and then lifting one leg a little, moving back, other leg a little, moving back, front of the feet on the mat, and pushing the chest through. A smiling Sphinx shall we have, and shoulders back. So feet just a little bit apart. And can we turn that into Cobra? So just come down, bring the hands under the shoulders, elbows in, shoulders wide. Now, really keep the legs stretched back. The legs must stay down, pubic bone down. Breathe in, breathing out. Start to bring the chest forward. Keep the legs where they were. And very gently coming up. Breathe. Slowly down. Let your arms forward, legs back. Stretch and lift the right arm. Lengthen and release. Stretch and lift the left arm, and the legs still working and back and down. Okay, keep the legs down, everything down. Fingertips by your ears. Lift. Breathe and down.
10 minutes.
Stretch your right leg back and keep the left one down. Stretch it back as you lift both hips, pubic bone down and down. Breathe in, breathing out. Move the left leg down a bit more, hip down, lift. Can you get the thigh off? And down. Both legs. Breathe, bring forehead to your hands and breathe, extend back and down. How about legs and arms? Extend the arms forward, legs back, breathe in, breathing out, and stretch both ways and release. Backs of your hands either side your body, forehead down, breathe in, breathing out, and lift from there, legs down, hips down, breathe. Legs and arms, keep stretching forward with the upper body, back with the lower body, breathe in, breathing out, and lift, breathe, and down. Hands round, forehead down, release. Maybe the bow if you like it. Okay, holding the ankles. Breathe in, breathe out, lift and press the legs back, lift the chest up and hips down, breathe. Smile and down. Oh, lovely. Forehead on your arms. Let the heels just go out to the sides. And the other way, toes out to the sides, bring the legs apart a little bit, but very relaxed though in this one. And bring the legs in, push back, coming up, lying on the mat. Mat, and just bend the right knee in and just stretch the leg up. This will release your back from there. Keep the other foot on the mat. You must keep the other foot on the mat, hold it there, and down. Other one, foot on the mat, stretch the other one up, straighten, breathe, and down. Breathe in, have a little massage side to side, just a little bit. And then we're going to get ready for Shavasana. Okay. So placing your feet on the mat. And stretching one leg out, the other leg out. So make sure before you do all this that you're warm enough and there's some darkness or something on your eyes, so your eyes, and then release from there. So just lying down, getting comfortable, breathing in and breathing out. Make sure your head is centered, chin down. Shoulders down, away from your ears, arms folding out, legs folding out, letting go. Make sure your back is comfortable, so you might want to just move the bottom down a little bit and then release everything. Softening your feet from the tips of your toes, through your feet, all the way up to your hips, letting go from your hips to the ends of your toes, soft. Pelvis and hips and tummy, letting go. Release your ribs and your chest, just softening outwards each side and letting go. Let your shoulders release right through to the ends of your fingers. From the ends of your fingers up to your shoulders. Relax your jaw right from your ear, right from your ears. Release. Let your tongue drop towards your palate. Upper and lower teeth apart, lips soft. Cheekbones soft, dropping away from your eyes. Your eyes are softly closed with soft eyelids. And then the eyes will get soft. And dropping back and down towards your heart center. Releasing around the corners of your eyes, your forehead, your crown. just letting go. Starting to bring your attention back into your body, move your hands and your feet a little bit. Place one foot on the mat, the other foot on the mat. Just have a little stretch back with the arms. One leg stretched, the other leg stretched. And bend your knees into your chest. Roll over to the right side. Make sure your head's supported. Take a couple of breaths there. And then coming up to sitting on a block. Crossing your legs. Keeping your eyes closed. I'm just going to read you a little bit about joy and sorrow. And it's from a book called The Prophet, which is on spiritual wisdom, and that ties in with yoga. Your joy is your sorrow unmasked, and the self-same well, from which your laughter rises, was oft-times filled with your tears. And how else can it be? The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. Is not the cup that holds your wine the very cup that was burned in the potter's oven? Is not the lute that soothes your spirit the very wood that was hollowed with knives? When you are joyous, look deep into your heart, and you shall find it is only that which has given you sorrow that is giving you joy. When you are sorrowful, look again in your heart, and you shall see that in truth you are weeping for that which has been your delight. So this was written by G. Brand in the early part of the century. 20th century. And as laughter and tears come from the same source, Gibran suggests that to eliminate sorrow will also result in becoming joyless. This may go some way to explaining humankind's fascination with evil, horror and tragedy, in that it could be a subconscious way of deepening our capacity for joy. So, quite interesting. So, we're back to the fact that everything changes all the time, and we just have to be in the moment and have a joyous week. Namaste.